to Final Jeopardy. Here's the category, players. Composers. Think about it. Oh, one player was not happy about that. We'll find out why when we return.
Well, this was quite an exciting game. Welcome to the Final Wager. I'm Keith Williams, and I, for one, am glad that everyone missed Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, because that movie does not deserve to be remembered by anyone. Though it was only, what was it worth, $1,200, $1,600? I wasn't even paying attention to the values at that point. Who here wanted Matt to go through Daily Double when he had 17,000 and he had a 40th parallel clue, which, when I saw that, I got kind of excited because New York's pretty close to the 40th parallel. I think it's 40.7 or something like that. But all the clues in that category were right on, or very, 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 very close to the 40th parallel. It's very hot outside. It's been hot for days. It's going to be hot for even more days. So my brain hasn't been functioning properly lately, which is an excuse I'm going to use, and use often. I think that last clue is really important for Matt to get, because if TJ sold 7,400, add that on top, that's 22,200, which would mean that TJ had exactly 2/3 of Matt's total. And now Matt has a little more than that, so TJ has to get it right if Matt wagers properly, and I think Matt is going to wager properly, because that $6,000 wager that he had instead of the Let's Make It True Daily Double again was pretty much on line with what I would have done there, because it got him right above, well, pretty far above, what did TJ have then, 14,000? Yeah, something like that. 14,000, and Matt with 23,000 is not too comfortably, but fairly well in position to get the situation he's in now, crush. So, 14-8 doubled up is going to be something 6, 29-6, 7,000. And wow, this marker is almost dead. 7,000, so at least 7,000 here, and if he's wrong, he's got 15-6, so you see that TJ has to wager at least 800. So, guy hanging off the Manhattan Bridge. Don't see that every day. So, TJ has to wager at least 800. I would go for everything, of course. Emily, actually, I wouldn't be surprised if TJ held a little bit back here. 10-8 would be okay as a wager, because that would put him at 24-8. So he would, 25-6. So he would force Matt to get it right. Emily, if I'm her, I'd probably wager 2,400, 2,399. I don't know why, but something about 800 double makes me feel that's a good wager. I got a minute, or maybe a few seconds. I was actually really surprised how nervous Matt was for an iBanker, because usually they are very steely and confident, but he was rocking back and forth a lot. Well, that seemed to diminish as he got more comfortable playing the game. Totally understandable when you think that this is a game that very few people ever get to play, and it's a situation that once you're on stage, unless you played another televised game show, you've never been in your life, so it's totally novel. And also a weird combination, iBanker and consultant, that no one has enough time to do both those things. Maybe he does, I don't know. I like his Latin America advice, though.
Brought to our attention by a 1984 film, this Italian had success with the 1780s operas Tarare and Le Danaide. You have 30 seconds, good luck.
I will not absolve anyone who misses this one. 1984 film plus composer, man. As you might recall, on January 1st of this year, I discovered that Amadeus had just been added to Netflix, and I just stopped what I was doing, which was nothing, basically, because it was January 1st, but just threw it on immediately, which I never do with any film. That's such a good film. And a good friend of mine apparently ran into F. Murray Abraham on the street last week, so that's fun.
TJ, it looks as if you were having a lot of doubts there. We'll get to you in a moment. First, we go to Emily. She had 4,000, and she said, "Who is Antonio Salieri?"
Oh, you got the first
one.
one.
Attention in the film about Mozart. Yes, Amadeus was the movie.
Oh.
You double your score to 8,000. That takes us to TJ.
I like that wager, but
maybe we'll find out now why he was having his doubts, because he selected Paganini instead, and that will cost him 10,000. He's at 4,800.
That's all things considered, that's a good wager, and that's actually what I did math on. My 48 degree.
He came up with the
Nice. Oh, yeah. You're so happy.
He's smiling. Did he risk a lot? Yes.
Good wager. All right.
29,601 for the new Jeopardy champion.
Well, congrats to you, Matt. That was a well-played game, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does tomorrow with a game under his belt and maybe a daily double or multiple daily doubles in a category that he actually really likes. Ice cold, which I wish I were right now. Trebek, $51.99 is a lot of money. I would take that if you gave it to me right now for free. I'm a member of Crunch Gyms, and I always laugh whenever I see the BLT logo, or not logo, but they have advertisements for BLT, which I think is a pretty new course anyway, which I think you can pair with ass and abs to get the full, I don't know, treatment. I'm lucky I didn't look at my notes earlier, or else I would have been just quoting Bumping Iron the whole time. On the day of the competition, DJ is a child, and I am his father. He comes to me for advices, so it's not that hard for me to give the wrong advices. You'll never hear me say the word advice as a singular. Well, maybe you will. Someone will go back through all the videos that are done and see advice. Not that one, of course, but anyway. Here's some advices for you. Oh, when doves cry, I was like, oh, great, a Prince clue. And a Prince clue actually showed up. Well, artist formerly known as Prince. Spotting ASAP on ASAP Rocky, that's a joke. Don't do that. And I predicted a couple of them. I had Questlove when I saw that. I had Kesha. I didn't have Prince, obviously. I can't remember what I think it was the second level clue was. But I was expecting, well, I don't know why, but the first thing that actually came to mind was Mace, who spells it M-A-S-E, M-A $E. But he hasn't had a hit in ages. I don't think so. It's been 2004, Welcome Back, which, sampled that other song, Welcome Back. Oh yeah, I was also a little surprised at the Jesus Last Supper clue that, that was the subject. I guess, well, Jesus was a subject of it, but it didn't say an event, I don't think, in the clue, so I thought maybe we might see a reversal there, and TJ, don't feel too bad, I also said Bridge of Sighs because I don't know what that stupid thing looks like. Then the next thing I went to was the Ponte Vecchio, which might even not be in Venice, I can't remember, a little hazy right now. But that is all, and we'll leave it at that. Congrats, Matt, on your win and your very, very good gameplay, and looking forward to seeing what you do tomorrow. At which time I hope you'll join me right here for what will hopefully be hopefully, but for what I hope will be a much cooler final wager.